So this is the sign of strength rally, which I'm going to elaborate in detail in the trade review section. So I'm going to show you how to actually trade this sign of strength rally, which is a very simple yet very profitable trading technique. Hi, my name is Ming Jong, and welcome to another episode of the market analysis for the S&P 500 E-mini futures for the session of 7th of December. So in this video, I'm going to show you the market recap from the last session, which was on Friday, and also a trade review in the 3 minutes time frame where I'm going to elaborate this sign of strength rally. In a 3 minutes time frame, I'm going to explain the entry, the exits, and also the rationale behind. And going forward, I will also to show you my trading plan for the session later, together with all the important levels that I am watching. Alright, so let's just get started now. So first of all, let me get down to the daily chart, and let's just start from the daily. So that will give us an overview of what's going on for the S&P 500. So we know that S&P 500 just hit an all-time high level, and overall it seems that it's very bullish. So far, it's nothing unusual or nothing threatening happened. So we can see that the bottom actually formed in the March 2020. So that's the COVID sell-off, and subsequently the uptrend is just fast and furious, and we have a reaccumulation range right there, and followed by a climatic run-up, and also subsequently another reaccumulation range, and also another climatic up move, and that actually resolved itself out. Eventually we have this trading range. So we can see that the later action is just right from this apex formation. So we have a breakout, backing up, and eventually just going up higher. So now it just hit all-time high level. So in terms of the supply level, so far it's just relatively normal, especially on last Friday here. So we have this breakout bar, so breakout of this previous swing high, or actually it's all-time high level. So and actually close at the high right there. So currently there is a backup action unfolding as a test. Okay, so let me just go to the hourly time frame, and let's extract a bit more detail from the hourly chart. So last Friday was here. So this 2 bar is actually very important. So that's actually the breakout bar. I think that's for the first 2-hour session during the US opening. And just prior to that, during the global session, we have a relatively boring move, so very dull and boring, and a bit of the brightening up action, followed by a reaction, a very shallow type of a reaction. And during the US session, the real movement starts and actually just break out, and followed by another pullback and continuation to the upside, and close at a high there. So this is a very bullish action. So far, nothing unusual. Let me just quickly go to the 3 minutes time frame, and let's just talk about the trade review in a sign of strength rally, and how to actually trade this sign of strength rally and profit from there. So this sign of strength rally is actually a very common setup technique. It's not the spring type of the entry or even the upthrust. It's just purely based on a sign of strength rally. So what is a sign of strength? So a sign of strength is actually what I actually refer to as this rally here. So this is a sign of strength rally. So it's actually the best rally that you can see or you can find from the previous structure. So in terms of the previous structure, let me give you an overview here. So including the global periods, we can see that so prior to the US opening session, started at about 10:30 p.m. so it's right there. So we can see that prior to that, all this global session is kind of in relatively in a consolidation mode. trading range breaking out, another trading range there, and I think this is triggered by the news. Probably it's a non-farm payroll somewhere around 9:30 p.m. at my time zone. So you can see that overall this the structure. And if we want to identify the sign of strength rally, so apart from identifying the up wave, which is definitely must be the biggest up wave when we compare it to, let's say this one, or even this up wave there. So this is definitely the greatest up wave that we have ever seen. And subsequently, in terms of the volume, we see that there is definitely demand behind and consistent demand. So overall, you can see that there's consistent demand and followed by this strong price action and bullish price action right there. And how do you actually confirm that it's a sign of strength rally? So in terms of the up wave, must be the biggest. So that's the first thing that we need to confirm, and we actually can confirm that just by having a visual look of this previous structure. And subsequently, we just want to wait for a test. So you know that when we have this kind of the impulsive wave or the up wave, we always want to wait for a test in order to confirm whether it's a successful sign of strength rally or successful impulsive up wave. So here is the test. So this is test, or you can call it a pullback or a retracement or whatever that you think you're comfortable with. So the pullback is very shallow type of the pullback, and that actually is another constructive sign for the bullish scenario. So in terms of how to trade this kind of the sign of strength rally, there are in general two ways to trade that. So once we confirm the sign of strength rally and followed by a backup action, and the backup action must be the shallowest type of the backup action. So unlike maybe this type of the shallows, this type of the reaction right there, the reaction that we want to see or the pullback that we want to see is definitely wants to be the shallow type of the reaction. And also you can see that apart from this shallow reaction, it definitely form a higher low. So it's a very traditional type of the definition. So we have a higher high and also a higher low. So this is the first higher high. So this is high, this is the higher high, and this is low, and this is a higher low right there. So I think in terms of the definition is very clear. So this is where the uptrend started. All right, so how do we actually take advantage from there? Right after we have identified this sign of strength rally, and it's actually confirmed by this test or the pullback. So there are two ways that we can actually take advantage. So in this case, I took the breakout trade. So why did I take a breakout trade? So if I can, I always try to trade a pullback. So you can see that there's a pullback, and if I want to wait for a reversal type from this pullback, then probably I think the closest, and we can see 1, 2, 3, 4 demand tail, and it's just did not really show a lot of the commitment to the upside apart from the demand tails. Because if we take this as a commitment bar to the downside, then what I want to see is actually a close above this bar there. So there we go. I just wait until this bar happen and they actually close above this commitment bar right there. So I just enter my long entry just based on that. First, just identify this sign of strength rally. Subsequently, we can confirm this sign of strength rally by having this shadow type of the pullback. And third thing is just wait for the confirmation for triggering the long entry. So you can just definitely trade this pullback, reversal for the pullback, or actually just wait for the breakout. So this is the breakout trade that I took, and with a stop loss a bit further away from the swing low right there. So I think it's very obvious. And subsequently, I just manage my trade accordingly. So in terms of the swings, I think here's quite interesting. So this is the second reaction. So right after the breakout, we see that there is an emerge of the supply. So here comes the reaction. It looks very bearish, but there is no follow through to the downside. And subsequently, we have another attempt. And again, we see the emergence of the supply right there. And we see the rejection tail. And also, even the reaction comes with the increasing of the supply level. But that really did not have take the price below the swing low. So in fact, it forms a higher low. So that actually suggests some form of the buying right there. And eventually we can see that there's an acceleration to the upside with a bit of the climatic up move. And I just exit right after this bearish bar. So right after the close of this bearish bar, and with a spike of the supply, and I just close my trade right there. So overall, it's still a profitable trade, despite that I think it's less than 1 for the reward to risk ratio is about 0.8, but still not a bad trade. In terms of the setup, I'm quite happy with that, and it's a relatively short duration of the time, and most importantly, I think it's kind of late at my time zone, so it's just nice to close a trade so I can go to bed. So you can see that right after the emergence of the supply, and subsequently we see that they actually effectively stop the up move right there. So this is the up move. So right after the spike of the supply level, we can see that it's just entering into this kind of the horizontal type of the consolidation. So there's no reversal, so it's just a plain horizontal type of the consolidation. So I think in terms of the exit is pretty spot on, and did not really waste a lot of time just to wait for the optimized exit. So that bar there actually provide the optimized exit for me. So subsequently, we can see that right at the end of the session, I think about 4:30 p.m., sorry, 4:30 a.m. at my time zone, we see another breakout, acceleration to the upside, close at the high right there. So possibly there could be some trade if you want to just trade within this trading range. But anyway, that's the trade review. And let me just get back to the hourly time frame, and let's just talk about the current market condition. So right now we just witnessed the S&P 500 entering into the all-time high level. So I think it's very bullish. In terms of the supply level, haven't really seen anything very threatening so far, but we definitely will want to see the price remain above the support level somewhere around 3670. So pretty much I want to see a test of this breakout bar. So here comes the test. So this downswing could be acted as a test of this previous breakout bar right there. And also in terms of the structure, I think it's quite obvious. So this could provide some kind of the support level somewhere around 3670. So as long as it's above 3670, I'm still bullish. If it just break below, then definitely I think it will just go back to this trading range again from 3640 to somewhere around 3680. So could be this range. So for the bullish scenario, I just want to see a commitment above 3670. So you can just go back, test, have a bounce up. So waiting for some kind of the reversal trigger, then that could be a nice long entry to trade it to the upside. Yeah, so far this is my trading plan. And so in terms of the obviously, I think this is the resistance level. So the resistance level that I'm watching will be somewhere around 3700 level. So that will be a very obvious resistance level. So if we just approach there again, then we might want to see either a clear break above or some kind of the rejection from this level. So there could be some kind of the trading opportunity at the resistance level as well. This is the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it and get something useful out from the video. So if you'd like to increase your winning rate, definitely check out the video that showed up on the screen right now. And do remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also to get my weekly watch list for the stocks update. So the link is in the description below. Just sign up for free. Thanks for watching. I will talk to you soon.